hear the sound, tuning in for change. Ubuntu, 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 Ubuntu.
Good afternoon, everyone. That's Bulelani Mbanya. They all know me as Happy Boy. However, that's Bulelani, yeah? There's no other way. Welcome to this afternoon show. You're on the Kind of Sound youth show with Bulelani. I've got some guests here. They're beautiful, smiling as well as we speaking now. They've got some good things and exciting things that they have to tell us about today. So I would like everyone to kindly listen to them, be patient with them. Just try to understand what they're going to be addressing today about Smutsville. We are in Smutsville, the little piece of paradise where I came here as nobody, but now I'm somebody. So what I'm going to do now, without wasting time, we'll make sure that I'm introducing everything and everyone at the same time. So I would like to thank Joe, the man on charge now that is busy with filming. And then I've got Pastor Monet next to me, Mr. Gallant.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm Pastor Monet. I'm here from Sedgefield, and it's nice to be here for the second time. Yeah, so we're looking forward for this program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor G. Nick, the main man, the aspect.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Today we are looking at the garden and seeing what we can actually do to help this community. And we brought some surprises we'll tell you about a little bit later. But I think we're getting all excited about composting and making teas and seeing what we can do in this community.
Okay, thanks, Nick. Thanks, Pastor G. I've got Anne Marty here. And as you can see, the three beautiful aunties. Anne Marty, I would like you to introduce the ladies to us so that we can explain later on what is it all about today.
Okay, hallo, as Anne Marty so. Hierdie is my neighbors, né? Sy is Auntie Rytjie, so ons doen baie dinge in die gemeenskap doen ons saam. Hierdie ene aan my linkerkant is 'n Novia. Ons doen ons werk ook saam. Ons werk in die nagte, ons werk in die dae, so ons doen baie dinge saam. Toe ons het saam hierdie gardens begin, ons het die groot grond om hierdie gardens te doen nie, but a little piece. En dit sou doen.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Back to Biscuit. Okay, without wasting any time, to our listeners out there, I would like you guys to make sure that you're with us. Whenever you want to interact, you can just follow us on Telegram. That's at t.me at KS Radio. And then on Instagram, you're going to find us at Kind of Sound. And then on Twitter, that's Kind of Sound. At website, it's going to be kindasound.org. So basically today, it's mainly about the gardening. And then as I told you, that we've got the aspect of the garden today. So I'm telling the ladies, telling Pastor G, telling myself and Nick, what is going on with the garden. I see the men have love in garden. However, not wasting time. As you can see on my background behind me, we've got some beautiful garden here. As you can see, we've got some variety of stuff in the garden. And then the beautiful ladies, they're going to be telling us now what is going on exactly about the garden. Anne Marty, I would like you to come close to me so that you can just give us your own sight about the garden, what is going on there, and who's looking after the garden as well.
Hierdie is 'n klein garden. It's just a small garden. And there's an old lady, she living here. She look after our own garden. I just bring her the seeds and she looking after her own garden. So that is Auntie Poppy's garden.
Okay, tell us, Anne Marty, how long has the garden of Anne Poppy been operating?
I start in September. I having a Women's Day there by my house.
Yeah.
And that time the lockdown was very big. And I invite 20 people. And then I start the gardens. Every lady was having 5 plants. And now you can see.
Yeah, we can see the multiple plants and also having the lettuce as well. We see as well, we can identify as well beetroot, we can identify peas as well, yeah. And tamati there, onion, good onion as well. So we see the garden is beautiful. As you listeners as well, you can see the garden here behind us, how beautiful it is. And also having some people who are looking after us in terms of fitness and stuff like Pastor Monet Galant. I'm sure you can have something to say about these veggies? What does it does to someone, like in terms of going to his fitness training, and how is the situation and stuff? So Pastor G, over to you.
Yeah, Bulelani, you see, for me, veggies is very important. So to the listeners and viewers out there, you know, I see there's some beans here, there's some beetroot, and as the old people say, beetroot is very good for the blood pressure and the blood sugar and so forth. So for me, I'm regular in the gym, so I like my greens, my veggies, and my meat or my fish or whatsoever that goes with it. So there's onions as well. Yeah. We know onions is very good for inflammation and just for healing purposes and so forth. And obviously for nutrition purposes, there's some tomatoes here. I love tomatoes very much. I actually eat tomatoes with almost every meal of myself. And what else is there? There's some crops here I see that's coming up. And and onions as well. And what else is here? Yeah, so for me I'm looking forward to my garden. When I start my big one, we're gonna have everything in that garden. So that is very nice. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you, Pastor G. Nick, can you come closer? There's something about you here.
Yes.
Right next to me, we've got Nick here, brother Nick. You heard Anne-Marie what he just said now. You heard Pastor G what he said. You see, the garden is beautiful. Yeah. So, as the men that have love of the gardening and stuff, can you please tell us where the auntie can improve, what needs to be still done in the garden, and what are your takes and what do you say about the garden?
Okay, so we are raising beds. We're trying to bring more organic material into the beds right now when I look at them, so we can actually get more moisture. It's a very sandy type of soil. So we're using our compost to mix it up. Things like cardboard, paper, any grass cuttings, any kind of leaves. I stay away from heavy oiled leaves. And basically I just mix it in the soil and I let it break down and I plant it the following season. So I actually give it a period of time to break down. But as I'm building my compost, I'm taking it and I'm top dressing it around the plants as well, so that I can raise the moisture in the soil so you don't have to water as much. Yeah. And then we're using different things from our compost to make teas and showing people how to make a basic tea. We're steeping the green plant in water in a container, and you're draining the liquid off after a couple of days, and you're watering your plants with that, which is a basic tea mixture. Yeah. And then we also can do worm teas, which is also from the compost. We get a little bit of the worms going in a bin, and as we add our food scraps, they make as I break it down, they make a juice, and I put a little bit of water in there, and I collect that juice in a water bottle, and I dilute it, and I use it as a natural fertilizer for a lot of the gardens. Okay. So that's basically what we can do. It's a lot easier to actually show the process when we see your compost pits. Yeah. We'll start working and seeing what we can do. But the vegetables are looking very healthy, and I just think we need a greater variety.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need more for the community.
Yeah.
So it's actually looking really nice. This is a good start, and I think we can just improve from here.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got so many little extras to add to it.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Nick, there. As you all hear what Nick is telling us about where to improve and what to do, and then the things that to make in order to make sure that the veggies are growing under the proper prepared soil, in terms of when we find something that like the development of the fruits on its own as well. As you can see as well, the spinach and how they're looking like. You can see the beetroot here in front of us. How is it looking like? So it's quite amazing and also quite interesting to see the growth of these and the development of them while they were seeds then. And also you can see the onions, type of onions that we have here as well. And also the beans, you can see there. We've got some lettuce as well. We've got tomato over there.
Stinging.
Yeah. So for me, it tells me that the people are in love with the garden. However, this one is our first garden. We still have 3 gardens that we have to be going to. So whenever there's song in between, we're going to move from garden to garden. So this is what we have at this garden, and Poppy's garden. And Marty is the leader of them, of the beautiful ladies. Because without them, we wouldn't be having food. So at least now we've got some fresh food as well. So Pastor Monet as well is happy about it. So at least now as well, me and Nick, we can go for fitness training there by Pastor Monet. So we heard about Pastor Monet, what we just said. Yeah.
He definitely knows how to beef up.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we just have to go for PMG production so that we can make sure that we fit as well. Yeah. Okay, guys. Django now would like you to play a song that you dedicated for us so that we can be, while listening to the song, we've been moving to another garden. Thank you, Django.
All right. So I still have your songs from last time. Maybe we can do All I Have by LL Cool J and Jennifer Lopez.
Thank you, Puti.
Thanks, Django.
Kinda Sound Radio, the station for a global community.
Ubuntu, 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 Ubuntu.
Okay, welcome back to our guest. Welcome back to the listeners. Now we've got my uncle next to me. Thomas is going to be telling us about the garden, the love he had for the garden, and what did it take him to be starting his garden, and what inspired him, and then how have been things with the garden as well. Thank you, Thomas.
Okay. I'm doing nothing, just sitting around and watching all the guys in the street and just have my day. That's all I can say.
Okay, Thomas, tell us about your garden.
My garden, these I plant onions here and they don't want to come out nicely.
Yeah.
And I start here with the second ones, as you can see in my back.
Yeah.
There's another ones. These ones, they come out like this. Like this one, you won't believe it. But just few of them.
A nice bush of tomatoes.
Really.
Hello, it's mooi.
Yeah.
I can see Thomas. That is beautiful. So tell us, Thomas, where do you get the water for watering your garden?
From Loving God.
From Loving God.
From the potatoes, like my small tank. I stretching it with my hand.
Yeah.
I haven't got a bucket or something to put it in.
Yeah.
So, the God,
So good.
Give me water.
Okay, so Thomas, tell us, if you were about to be asked a simple question like, Thomas, what can I help you with? What would you say is it in terms of your garden?
There are lots of things, my friend.
Yeah.
But I haven't got the power and the money to fix it.
Yeah.
You see, there's no problem.
Yeah. So since that we hear that Thomas, that you're getting the water from the man above, that is protect our Father.
Yeah.
So let's say that dry days where there's no rain. So tell me, Thomas, how on that situation, what do you do?
I suffer a lot. Then I don't plant.
Yeah.
Because there's no water.
Yeah.
To feed the plant with. See?
Okay. But seeing you the love that you have for the garden as well and see how your things are growing, I believe that if you can have access of water where you're having a water in order to look after your garden, I believe that can help you a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I would pay help to that.
Yeah. So we're looking after you, Thomas. We can't just pass by you. The community is here. We are here for each other. As a community, we can see what can we offer, what can we bring together in order to make sure that you've got a supply of water into your garden, so that whenever you want to water in your garden is taken after.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna slowly be moving now to the side of the lilies and pumpkins over that side.
Yeah.
Thomas, do you mind joining us that side? Okay. Our listeners, while I'm there, now we're moving to the side of the pumpkins, the side of the lilies, as you can see here in my background, and the way behind here. You can see here how beautiful it is, and it's healthy, green, all green. You can see the development there of the pumpkins as well. And underneath there are some pumpkins growing underneath there, as you can see. And then underneath, so move that side, Joe, you're going to see. There is a big white one there.
Yeah, there you are.
Over there.
There you are.
Over there, there's a big white one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right in there.
Yeah.
Right in there.
So you can see, my people, you can see Thomas' garden is quite busy, and you can see what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. He believes in the man above. Luckily as well, we've got Pastor J as well, man of God. So with those kind of weights is the main that as well is motivating us. They're playing for us on daily basis so that we can be protected wherever we are. So today, as we know, guys, we've got Nick, the garden aspect, and then we've got Joe here with us.
Cameraman Joe.
The cameraman is busy now, busy the same with me. And then we've got Pastor Monet Galant, we've got Thomas, we've got my aunties behind me here as well, as you can see here. And the young boys, Womb's grandchildren, Thomas' grandchildren, they are here as well with us.
Say hello to the people. What is your name?
My name is Birdwood.
Birdwood. Hallo Birdwood. Sê baie vir die mense, sê vir hulle hallo. En die ene, wat is jou naam?
AJ.
AJ. Hey, hello AJ, hoe lyk dit? Right, hè? Jy moet vir oupa help in die tuin, né? You must help grandpa in the garden. Hey? Yes.
Okay, as you can see there over there, the beautiful ladies led by Anne Marty, as you can see there. Then over there, you can see the pawpaw trees over there. I can see there's some pawpaws over there. Okay, and the patatas over there. It seems like Thomas' garden is very busy, guys. It is very busy, as you can see here, and the dogs, they are welcoming us properly here. You can see all the sorts of trees behind us. You can see the
some pawpaws.
Pawpaws are falling down there. The beds, they are eaten by birds. You know, the birds are out there. So as you can see, guys, it's all green, and I'm happy that we have you guys today. Our listeners, please make sure you stay with us. Stay tuned. Don't move away. We are still in the gardens. This is garden number 2. As you can see how beautiful it is. Now we're gonna be asking 4 questions, and then from there we're gonna slowly be moving to our last garden, and then going to the garden where everything started. Okay, guys? Let's move aside.
Yeah, you can see there's a lot happening in this garden over here. There's some millies. There's some millies even. And this, look at that. There's some medicinal plants in the background.
And you can see how the millies are growing.
Hey. Medicinal plants in the background.
The millies, how are they growing?
Millies are nice and big. Coming on. Millies are coming on.
Everything is coming all right here.
So,
now we're going back to the main man.
Okay.
The man that got this thing about the garden. The man that feels the garden. The man that loves the garden. The man that breathes and lives the garden. So he's going to tell us, Nick, what did you say about Thomas' garden?
Actually, I think Thomas's plants are so luscious and green.
Yeah.
You can see that he's done some compost and the soil's a little bit better than the street across the street there. It's also, he's got almost like a mixture of things where we actually have to give him more so you can just have a bit of variety.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing water collection with a gutter on the side. And then we do a container here so you can collect the rainwater to help him. And then we put a tank down so you can actually have water-free garden. So that's a good little solution where we're using the roof edge to just collect the rainwater as we get it so that we can use it in the garden. So we don't actually have to bring water in.
Yeah.
The other thing is sometimes when I wash dishes at night, that water I don't chuck it out. I actually use it for my garden.
Yeah.
Potatoes! Ooh, potatoes! Sweet potatoes! Ooh, you love sweet potatoes.
I love it, really.
So then we start adding the compost and we raise it. So as you raise it, the sweet potatoes are planted in a bin. And then they do a lot more potatoes. You get a lot more potatoes and raise it and do a nice raised bed for that as well. So there's little things that we can do. You've got lots of cuttings we can do with the fig trees. And that's a banana tree down the back.
There's a banana tree as well.
Oh.
And then there's a pawpaw tree there.
Oh, pawpaw is very good. A lot of times the pawpaw, if it's going fruit, I cut it up and I put it around the wheat plants and the pumpkins, and it's very good food for the garden as well. So when the fruit is going rotten, I actually cut it up and I put it around the stems of the plant, and that's actually like basic sugar that you actually can put in water, break it down, and water it into the garden as well.
As you can see as well, the pawpaw there. There's some rotten one and then some falling down because of the birds are eating them. So now
So all of that
yeah.
is good for organic compost around the plant. So even the tomato trees, you take the broken pawpaw and you crush it up and you just water it around the tomato and the vegetables. So that will also make a very good tea.
Yeah.
So there's things like that you've got right here in the community. We don't actually have to buy it. And then some basic little things like we want to go with hydrogen peroxide in a little bottle, and we make a spray bottle up. So on a lot of these pumpkins, you're seeing a type of mold.
Yeah.
So if you want to get rid of the mold, then we just spray the hydrogen peroxide on the leaves, give it about 10 minutes, and then you rinse it off, and it'll literally eat up all the mold off the plants. And one bottle of hydrogen peroxide, you can do all your gardens because you dilute it 1 to 3, 1 to 4.
Yeah.
So it's not an expensive product, but it takes care of the mold and it doesn't let it go to all your plants. So little things like that don't cost money. It's more what you have.
Yeah.
The other good one is baking soda.
Yeah, I see.
He's got a little bit of problem with ants around here. We're just putting baking soda around the ants on the wall and around the edge of the garden, and that actually deters them from actually starting to farm.
Yeah.
So little things like that help with the quality of the vegetables, and that's what we're trying to do, is improve the actual food quality that we're getting from the community, so we can get more and more organic. And it's going to be easy. When you see how easy it is, it's not complicated.
It's not going to be
It's compost and a little bit of water, a little bit of mushroom, and we can actually do almost anything from teas to the worm tea. All of that is you can make.
Yeah.
So it's all, you've got all the knowledge. You just got to put it together so you can figure out how to work with it.
To do it.
And it's not going to be difficult at all.
High five, Nick.
Oh,
Thank you, Nick. Thomas, thank you for having you. Thank you for all you on the show. We really appreciate you for welcoming us in your yard.
I love you, brother.
Thank you. We're gonna make sure.
We got more seeds
to be with you here. Yeah.
We're going to start.
Yeah.
I brought some tobacco.
Yeah,
Some tobacco. You like tobacco? When you have problems with bugs, make a tobacco juice and spray it on the plants. It keeps all the bugs off. Yeah. So you just grow some tobacco.
Man. I'll be glad.
Awesome.
Really awesome.
So we'll get that going for you. And we got the seed here, so we can do that too.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. Okay, guys. Now the old man that was with us now, it's Thomas. He's busy with his garden. As you can see how beautiful is his garden as well. It's healthy as well. I'm sure the young boys that you saw as well, that were showing on the screen, they're also excited and happy that we came here to visit their family. And this time, more especially, we're approaching Christmas. So this is a Christmas before Christmas. So that's sort of gift as well. So now we're going to be paying our focus now into our attention into the next garden, where we're going to see what is cooking oil in the kitchen, because all these gardens, they are totally different from each other. So now, Mr. DJ, you know, Mr. DJ, how I feel about the music. You know, I love music because we're kind of sound. Please stay kind. Be kind is kind of sound, because kind of sound want people who are kind. All about kindness. Hashtag kindness. Please, Mr. DJ, give us some music.
Alrighty, I'm gonna play Artistia by Amadou and Miriam.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Kind of sound, tuning in for change. Ubuntu, 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 Ubuntu.
Welcome back, everyone. Now we are on the third garden. As I said to you, the situation now is different. Still have to welcome my guest as well who are with me. Welcoming Joe, the video man. And then we've got Nick here, the main man on the garden. We've got Pastor Kalan next to me. And then we've got the beautiful ladies there, three of them led by Anne Marty. So now the main lady of the garden, I'm just going to remind you about her again. You see this beautiful face over here? That's the main lady for the garden. So she's going to be telling us about the garden, what's going on in the garden, what is there, what is planted, how has been the life from experience from the gardening as well. Also, just stay with us, guys. Stay tuned. She's here. She's about to tell you. Tell us, Mama.
Dis ons tuin, ek en my man se tuintjie die. Ons het hier ons eie geplant, ons kool, ons boontjies, wortels, tamaties, spinasie, kool, eie, en spinasie, aardappels, pampoenes daar geplant. Dit moet nog opkom, daar kom al reeds van hulle op. En dan hierso, as dit die plek waar ek my saadjies saai,
Ek sy my saadjies hierso en as hulle opkom en haal ons hulle uit en ons het hulle in die grond. Wat ons regtig nodig het hier is water. Ons het 'n probleem met water want in Smutsville moet ons water koop. En ek vang my water van ek sit die katters by my bure aan. Ek vang water, ek gooi my bad wat binne die huis is ook vol water, ek het dromme. As ek water in gooi, as het reën en as het nie reën nie en is droog, dan moet ons maar die tuinslang gebruik om ons groente water te gee.
Okay, thank you, my auntie. As we heard, guys, the problem that we're facing now, I think it's the second person saying the same thing about the water now. It means that we need to make sure that we've got some sort of small tanks or some buckets where we can be collecting the rainwater in order to make sure our garden will always looking after them in terms of the watering, because most you can, in order your garden to produce, you have to be taken care of and watering. And also to the listeners, not to forget, my listeners are always take care of you because they take care of us. So please stay kind. And then also, if you want to follow us or interact, you can just follow us on Instagram. That's t.me /KS radio. That's Telegram, that one. That's t.me /KS radio. And then on Instagram, you can follow us at Kinda Sound. Twitter, that's Kinda Sound. And then on website, that's kindasound.org. Please follow us, guys. Make sure you interact. If you want to say about the garden or have any comment, you can just make sure that you touch us there. Everything is touchable there. As you can see, I'm going to just put pay attention here. Behind there, if you can see here, there's lots of ups and downs, as you can see here. The reason behind this, because there is seeds already planted. So they are growing, as my aunt said, yeah, they're going to be taking what is coming out and moving to another side. So meaning that side, that's where they're planting the seeds as well. And also, if you can check there behind here, you can see something is planted there, something is cooking. So whenever it comes out, we're taking it out when it's having about 4 or 5 leaves, moving to the other side. As you can see as well, how beautiful is the spinach. And it have been taken all the time. They've been eating there, feeding the family and the neighbors around there as well. So where we walk in this garden, we just have to make sure we're carefully as well, because there are things planted as well. You can see how beautiful is the onion over there. You can see, guys, there's one potato plant there, as you can see as well. You can see the planting of the cabbage and the spinach as well. Some tomatoes over there. And then there's a small piece of carrots over there. They're growing nicely and healthy. I've just said to the owner of the garden as well, I like the way she cycle around here with the cabbage, as you can see. Make the cycle bigger over there. As you can see, the video man moving slowly around there. Yeah, so basically, guys, here in Smutsville, the beautiful ladies, we've been in constant chat with them. I've been there with them to make sure that even on the developments, because basically they're not busy only with one thing with the gardening. There's a community developments they're busy with as well. As last week we were having as well an event where they took out the dropouts children, and then also those who are maybe experiencing difficulties, bring them together, make sure that they are playing a part on the small mini tournament that we're having there. That's a charity tournament. So the winners won, and the losers, we make sure we encourage them that they're not losers because they have to try. Because I believe you're becoming only a failure if you fail to try again. So if you're still trying, we're not going to regard you as a failure, because we can see that you really want to achieve what you want to achieve. So we haven't taken them yet at the moment to the place that we have to take them, the winners. However, that is coming and everything is being planned accordingly. And don't forget again, on the 20th, we've got a beautiful beauty contest of Anne Marty and the ladies. They're going to be hosting that beauty show. So if you feel like you are beautiful or handsome enough to take part there, you are welcome. If your work is good, then walk the walk. And then the talk will be there as well. We'll be there as well behind the scenes with Pastor Monet. We're going to be there watching, making sure that we see our models for tomorrow. We might have Miss Universe as well on them, and Mr. Universe as well. As you can see, Joe is good in that as well. So without wasting any time, let us make sure that whenever you are, not only in Smutsville, yes, maybe it might be started in Smutsville, but whenever you are, just bear in mind that this is not about individuals. It's about us collectively. If as a community, one person can start something and then we support that person, and then it grows, we expand it. It moves from location to location, from community to community, from province to province. And then it's going to end up covering the whole South Africa, going to other places. We have to learn to have the spirit of peace, where we're living in peace in our world, because we really need peace in our community. We need unity as well. So let us stay together, because it's the song as well said. There's an amazing song I like about the late artist Lucky Dube. Song about usizi emhlabeni, izingane zilala ngezingadlile. It means that there is a shame on earth where the children go to bed without eating, you know, and then the night becomes longer when the child goes to bed without having something to eat. So just think about those situations where now we've got these gardens that can feed many, can feed your neighbor, and then it can be extended and extensive and so on. So Jenga, I would like to hear from you as well. What is your take about this garden now compared to the other gardens? We just now going to be putting a focus on this one. What do you say in the presentation from my aunt about the garden?
I love how you guys have 3 very different, very special gardens, and
yeah,
obviously it's beautiful. I mean, I remember we've had droughts before, you know, and we find creative ways to water our gardens. It's true, you know, from the bath water, from your roof. Obviously, not everyone can afford a big tank. So yeah, it's good to see.
Okay, here's Anne Marty here. I'm just going to give to Anne Marty a bit. But before that, my aunt, we welcome you to the show and we thank you for being with us. You're welcome. You can use Afrikaans or English. Can you please tell us about the garden? How it feels for you to be involved in the gardening and stuff?
Die tuin is baie mooi en ek hou van die groentuin en ek is ook besig om met my tuin 'n bietjie te werk.
Yeah. So yeah, and since that you love your garden and stuff, what is the difficulties that you're facing? Is there any problems that you're facing in your gardening, or maybe any sort of help and stuff?
Compost and plantjes.
And the plantjes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So as you hear there, guys, what my aunt is saying here, the same problem, water. We need water, more especially for gardening. We need water. And as I said, if you have some small containers that you no longer in use, or you have any plan for us to make sure that we assist where we can, please do as I said to you on Telegram, t.me/KS radio. Make sure that you interact there. And then also you can follow like in many sites as well, and the website as well, that is kindasign.org. And then also looking at what my aunt was saying now, you can see as well the official expression about when we're talking about the garden, how they feel about the garden. Now we've got the main auntie on the garden. And Marty, tell about the garden. How is the situation with the gardens where we move from garden to garden?
Okay, die gardens is vir my baie mooi. Die gardens is mooi in die eerste plek, maar dis baie droog. En ek dink dit need 'n bietjie kompos sodat ons kan aangaan. Ek is gelukkig met my garden. Ek het nog nooit kompos gebruik nie, maar ek het die beste grond in Smutsville. Laat so die Here het gekyk aan my tuin. So ek hoop die kompos te gebruik. Ek het 'n baie mooi tuin. Baie dankie.
Okay, baie dankie aan Marty. You heard Anne Marty there. Now I'm going to be bringing closer my pastor. Pastor Monet, we've been in this journey together for quite some time now. You saw the gardens from garden to garden. I would like to hear from you from the what you saw in the gardens, how you feel about the gardens.
Yeah, Bulelani, I'm very pleased to see that, because I haven't been moving around into this section of our town and our suburb, but this is something very exciting for me, something new that I can learn, and that's why I'm very excited. I'm looking forward for when we start our garden, because I've got there's a big space there that we can start our garden, and I'm very excited, man, and I'm very pleased to see that actually our people, that made this effort so that we can sustain our communities, our families, especially in these difficult times. Times are very tough now. Yeah. So this is one of the maneuvers that we have, and that we can plant and sustain our families in our community.
Okay, thank you, Pastor G over there. Thank you. And also I could see as well from Pastor G, when we're moving from garden to garden, the feeling as well. And when the elders are explaining to us about the garden, the love of the garden, and also having heard about the main problem about water, but we're working on that. We want to see what can we do. Going back there, just to remind you, don't forget our shows on Youth Hour on Tuesdays, 5 o'clock till 6 o'clock. And then on Thursdays, same time, 5 o'clock till 6 o'clock. And then on Sundays, it's the Yeladag. They say Yeladag. That's going to be the whole day listening to our shows there from one show to another. Don't forget about Morning Jungle with Bulelani. That's the community show in Smutsville where we're teaching up everything straight from the jungle. Because we believe in jungles, eh? I'm sure Jengo there, you've got the songs of the mighty jungles there. The lion sleeps tonight. However, in our jungle, the lion doesn't sleep. We are the lions ourselves. So everything, my listeners, I hope you're enjoying the show, the Youth Hour, as we are giving you, feeding you with the fresh stuff, fresh things as well. As also the garden as well is just blossoming. All is green around us, except that we are stepping on the dry, very dry soil. So we need to make sure that our soil is no longer dry as it looks like now, so that we can see the moisture all the time when we come into the garden, visiting the garden. So my people, I would like to make sure that you stay safe and stay free. There's one thing I like about Smutsville. Smutsville, they don't like to receive, but they like to give out, you know? So for me, I believe it is time now from Smutsville to receive, because they've been giving out. It is good to give out, you know, taking that initiative. However, somehow you also need that little injection of something in order for you to be more, because they say that a hand that is giving, you know what it means. Pastor Monet, can you come and finish up for me? What they say, Pastor?
Yes, definitely. Definitely, it's better to give than to receive.
Yes,
you know. But as you say, especially with the gardens now, the Bible says there's a time to sow and there's a time to reap. You know, when we look at these gardens, and you know that the people they're sowing, they've been planting, but the most exciting time for them is when they reap the harvest. So I think that is our season now, that we must reap. So everybody that's there that wants to sow, it's Smutsville season now to reap. Thank you very much for giving. Yeah, it's our time.
Wow, that's our time. You know, when Pastor Monet is saying that, guys, it is our time, for me, I simply believe that I can feel it from me without even have to say it. I have to believe, because we just have to believe. That is the thing. Because if you don't believe, things not going to be possible. You just have to stay humble, believe, and keep on doing what you're doing. No matter how many times you try and failing, you're still not a failure. Keep on doing it up until what you want is coming out. Because we tend to dig deeper. And then when we're about to reach the diamond and the gold, and then we're moving forward, and then someone else just come, one spade, they find the gold. And then we are left with nothing. So please, don't be like that. Don't give up. Keep on pushing. There is a saying that says your hard work will be undoubtedly. Instead, it will be rewarded with the feeling of achievement. I believe so. And I've seen things like that. I never stop believing. I never being pulled back by people. People may say things, because whenever too good or bad, people will still have a say. So guys, please stay tuned. Now, Django, before we move, we would like us to play us a song for us. A song that is going to be uniting us, because we want to stay united. We are the world. We are the children. Can you please play that song for us before we move to Pastor Monet's planning of the garden there, so that the aspect of the garden can tell us exactly what Pastor Monet have to do in that garden. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Over to you over there.
All right. USA for Africa. We are the world.
Kinda Sound Radio, the station for a global community.
Ubuntu. 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 Ubuntu.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you, Mr. DJ, for the beautiful song that you just played for us. Just to reminding our guests as well. We've got Mr. Joe that is busy with the video. We've got Pastor Monet Kalan here. We've got Nick there, and you can see my beautiful aunties as well. And in order for you to stay tuned with us and also interacting, just follow us as well on Telegram. That's t.me/KS Radio. And then also you can follow us on Instagram at Kinda Sound. Don't forget about Twitter. We're always tweeting as well. That's Kinda Sound. And then on our website, that's kindasound.org. So now we're going to be slowly moving to Pastor Monet's church, where he's going to be showing us the piece of land where we're going to be starting the kindergarten as well. So when we got there, he's going to be explaining there what is going on with the garden. As we're slowly moving there, you can see we're moving forward. We don't want to be backwards, eh? We want to be on time as well. So you can see here, basically that is Pastor Monet's home. You can see the small garden there as well. It means that we are freshly welcome when you get home. You can see as well on the door. It says welcome with heart, you know? So guys, you're welcome. And then we're going to be moving forward. We're moving forward now. We want to make sure that you are with us. You stay tuned and don't forget about on Thursdays and Tuesdays. Tuesdays, 5 o'clock till 6. And then also on Thursdays, same thing, 5 o'clock till 6. And then on Sundays, is the Yeladag. That's the African say, Yeladag. So the whole day, we're going to be there. Okay. Stay with us. Make sure that whatever you have to say, you feel like you've got some input or comment you want to say, make sure that you're there. We'll always be there as well for you to make sure that we're feeding you with the great things as well. As you can see here, I've got Menir Kalandi. So that is the father of the Pastor Monet, as you can see. Can you say hello to our viewers there?
Hello, Mas there. Hello, Mas.
Yeah, okay, that's Pastor Monet's father over there. Okay, now we're moving into the Church of God. That is COG. COG. Nick, did you hear that? COG. Yeah, we're moving forward now. Where everything is happening in terms of, you can see the banana tree over there. That's just behind Pastor Monet's home, where his father lives.
Where we're going to do the garden.
Yeah.
It's a big area.
Over there, we've got Church of God. This is the Church of God, guys. As you can see, how is the situation in Smutsville? We love ourselves. We love our neighborhood. We love our children, and we love the people around us. So we always make sure that we're looking after them. So now, Mr. Gallant, I would like you to just introduce to us where are we now and what is going on here and what is the plan and the purpose as well of being here as well. Thank you, Pastor G.
Thank you once again, Bulelani. Thank you to our listeners and viewers there. This is now the Church of God. It's a community church, and this is where a lot of things happen. Spiritual healing. We heal our community. We help our community. We support our community. Almost every weekend, I'm out of Sedgefield or I'm busy here, and we're doing funerals. We're doing weddings, we're doing what does a pastor do else, so that is my life. And so as you have looked around, we have quite a big space here that we want to do. And as you know, you can see the expert would tell us that this is higher ground. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but the developments, we want to do a garden here. As you can see, we have a big building, so the gutters would be nice if we can have a tank here, a water tank that will, collect the water for us. I'm going to show you now the space at the back. That's where actually I want to do the garden, because we have children here during the day. We're also running a daycare, and where we help our community, especially the single mothers. We have a problem in our communities where mostly the fathers are absent, and we have opened as a pastor that has a vision. We want to help our kids in the community. We want to help the single parents. Most of them, they just depend on that small grant that it's like a 450.
I would like now to take you at the back where I'm going to be showing you our garden, where the Pastor Monet is planning to start the garden. So I'm thanking you for staying tuned with us. And also, please remember the Telegram. I told you a Telegram. That's t.me/KS radio. That's it. And then also follow us on our website. That is kindasound.org. So guys, as you can see here, this is a space that we're showing you here. Pastor Monet is just going to be giving you some clarity about the space where the garden is going to be starting and ending. So, Pastor Monet, tell us where your garden is going to be, like the space and stuff, and how big is going to be your garden.
Yeah, thank you, Bulelani, once again. As I was saying, so this is the space, the area here that we want to do the garden. Right at the back, there's some lovely shade here. So the expert would tell us what we need. Or either we could do it under the trees. There's also a spot there. There's a lovely spot We can do it under the trees there. It's a very nice spot there. So we want to have everything here. We want to, from the smallest to the biggest, we want to have all. If we can have fruits in this garden, if we can have veggies, whatsoever that the community needs, we want everything that we can have in this garden. So, and even if you have such a big garden, you will have to have a lot of water.
Yep.
And right now the water is expensive. We have to buy water. I don't know if it's in the whole South Africa that you have to buy water, but here we have to buy water. So the expert would tell us, what do I need? I'm very excited.
Well, looking at this building, I think we have to do water collection here.
Yes.
You've got such a big roof, and there's a gutter on both sides. We can put a tank somewhere at the back here and actually collect the water. Then I also want to change the orientation of the garden. And you get half of it in the sun and half in the shade, because not all plants like the shade like this, but this also protects a lot of plants from the wind because of the building itself. And then there's actually plants that actually thrive in the cooler parts of the garden where they don't like full sun. So it's orientating this to a sunnier part of the garden on the one half, and then using the shade so we actually don't need to use so much water. And then also we can also change the soil structure right here. As you can see, it's a very fine sand. We need a lot of organic matter to just build the soil up, and some basic composting programs, and set up some. Also other things that I could see that just on the space, we've got so much area to plant trees.
Yeah.
So we can create a nice, cool spot there where people can be entertained and actually sit on the lawn and actually be under some trees. So I think there's a nice big area where you can actually have the whole community where the garden is spaced out, and then you do long-term vegetables and things that are like granadillas and fruit trees that you're going to harvest. More in the garden along the edges, and then in here we're going to do more vegetables. So I think you can actually get quite a big garden going here. We've got a lot of space.
Oh, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. So, Bert and Marty here next to me. I'm just thanking them, all of them, for being here with us today. So my aunties, I would like you to come close to me just to show our people how we're taking care of each other. Because as I said, guys, it's all about kind of sound. You have to be kind as sound, because the kind of sound we believe in kindness. So my auntie, we thank you for being with us today. We thank you and Marty for being with us today. Mr. Nick, thank you, buddy. And don't forget the video man, the cameraman is busy, Joe. Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, and Pastor G, this is the man of the house. So we just have to make sure that we thank him as well, because whenever he prays, he always prays for everyone.
Yeah.
He doesn't leave anyone behind. Make sure that everyone they receive prayers wherever they are. So we thank you guys for listening to our youth show today. Please stay tuned with us and make sure that you're following us as well on our website. It's going to be kindasound.org. And then on Instagram, that's going to be at ksound. And on Twitter, that's kindasound. And then also on Telegram, that is going to be t.me/KS Radio. That is us. Stay tuned. We love you. You love us. We are one as a unit. Make sure that you follow those Tuesdays and Thursday shows. That's a youth show. That's all going to be 5 o'clock till 6. Both Thursdays and Tuesdays. And then on Sundays, the Eladah, as the African says, you're going to listen to us. Make sure that you stay there with us. You're going to find well stuff. And then don't forget as well about Morning Jungle with Bulelani. Even though I'm not in the jungle, but somehow I'm going to be jungle. As well, that is going to be 9:30 on Sundays, that show, that Morning Jungle with Bulelani. 9:30. Smutsville, Sedgefield, Nice, the George, Garden Road, the entire Garden Road. Please make sure. We don't have a bay here like Mossel Bay. So now we're in kind of sound. So please stay tuned with us, guys. We love you. Now it's time to say goodbye. Mr. Jingo, thank you as well for the time that you spend with us. Make sure that you feed us with a beautiful song when we're closing. Thank you there for your trouble as well,
Lovely. Thank you, Bulelani. That was lovely. Very nice to see the community coming together and gardening like that. I've got C2C with Happy here.
Yeah, we're going to stay happy,
Cheers, everybody. Nice to be out in Smutsville.
Thank you.
Cheers, Django. Cheers. Thank you, Bulelani.